little bar cart. I don't know. That's what it's reminding me of, in glass, but this is actually done in a plastic. Simple no tool assembly required. You just put on the little caster wheels. Sale price saves you $8, also from Cella. So this, we get to pass the savings on to you because this is our private label brand. It's their clear utility rolling cart. Each shelf holds up to 15 pounds, and then it weighs only about 4¼ pounds. $11 is a charge on a card. It's on its way to you. The 57882 is your item number, and Jennifer Kovich is still with us, still helping us out. I have not seen this before. It is so adorable, and it's like, you know, you're limited by your imagination what you can use this for.
Absolutely. I can't believe you haven't seen this. So I do love this. It has that acrylic organization that we are all loving.
Acrylic.
Because it really goes with any decor. Yes.
That's the word I was looking for.
Any decor. But I love the 3-tier. Here's what's also really important, and you've already touched on this, Terry, is the weight capacity. So you have 15 pounds per shelf. So if you wanted to put your free weights on here and kind of use this as, you know, your gym, you could do some water bottles laying on their sides on the bottom, some towels maybe in the center, and then your leg bands and your weights and things like that.
I love that idea.
Use this for. What about in the laundry room? So that's what I've done here. You have this 360-degree spin opportunity here that you can use. Put all of your detergents, your fabric softeners, extra towels, those pods on the bottom. But then we also had a little bit of our dog stuff here that we keep in the laundry room. But this is great because if we want to pull it out, a lot of us have that section between the washer and the dryer that's just empty space. Let's utilize that by putting something like this in the center. You pull it towards you, you take out the detergent that you need, and then once you're done, you can push it right back.
Now, what are these little notches for?
Oh, I love those. So those are for hooks, or excuse me, they act as if they're hooked. So if you have something with like a lanyard or whatnot that you want to hang from there, you absolutely can. And there you go, those hooks. So let me tell you what I use that for at home. I keep this right next to our tub in our master bath. And then I use that to hold my loofah. And then I have another one for one of those sponges, like the bath sponge that has the lanyard on it. I like to use it for that as well. I keep a candle, I keep my bath salts on here, I have some feminine products, and then of course I keep extra washcloths and bars of soap. Just because it really acts as an etagere. So rather than spending thousands of dollars for an etagere, I use this instead, and then I can wheel it from place to place wherever I want to take it. So if it's in the way, I just simply scoot it to the side. And speaking of that, if you wanted to use this for maybe your hot tools, all of your hair items, because not, you know, there's a lot of us that only have a pedestal sink. Well, you're limited on space.
Yeah, all of your cosmetics.
And storage. Yes.
You know what I was just thinking, because this can get wet, this would be so great next to a pool. And then you could have like all of the sunscreen on one, you could do all of the goggles on another one, and then maybe fit, well, not really fit towels. Let me give you the dimension. And by the way, a lot of you are picking up more than one, very smart. $11 is a charge on a credit card. This is on its way to you. So overall, it is 22¾ inches, I would say tall.
Tall,
So just under 2 feet tall. And then by 16¼ inches by 10½ inches. And then what is the assembly? Is it just, do you put the wheels on, or are you putting the different levels on too?
You're going to put the different levels on as well. So it will come flat packed, which is actually brilliant because it makes it easy to get into the home once you receive this from UPS. But then there's no tools required whatsoever. It's simply just pushing an item into another. So it's really easy to do. And as you're rotating that, what always catches my eye is that reeded design around each shelf. It just
it's so pretty.
It
That's what really just
so
caught my
pretty.
eye too. It almost looks like
Isn't
glass.
It? It's beautiful. It does, doesn't it? So ironically, we also like to use this as a plant stand. So for our smaller house plants, if we take it out to the sun porch or we leave it on the patio, you can water those plants. All the water can drip down. It
Oh,
just looks
right.
beautiful. And you don't have to worry about, because there's perforations on every
Mm-hmm.
single shelf, you don't have to worry about anything
Look, so
puddling
there's
or pooling.
holes.
Yes.
That is,
Hmm.
though it's not just a design, that's actually open.
Yes,
So it
it
can
is
get, that's
actually
why I started thinking about it for near the
the
pool.
pool.
Because you wouldn't
Yeah,
even
I
have to
love
bring it
that.
in if it rains outside. I mean, you just leave it outside. You can hose it down if it gets dirty.
Yeah.
I love it as a plant stand. Also, in terms of getting wet, right by the bathtub, which is really nice. If you have
Mhm.
downsized, or if this would be another great item for, I mean, Sella for the win when it comes to a dorm room, because
Right.
my daughter in her last, she was in college her first year last year, and she had a suite mates. So there were
Hmm.
4 of them with the tiniest little bathroom in
Wow.
between. You couldn't even leave things in the bathroom because it was like you would sit on the toilet and here's the shower right here.
Right,
So this
right.
could be something that she could wheel in from her room with all of the things that you mentioned, the loofah and the shampoo and the conditioner and the soaps and all of that, and then be
Right.
able to wheel it in easily. Or, I mean, sometimes, as small as that bathroom was, it was nice to have it in if you are in a dorm room and you have to go all the way down the hall, which is how it was for me, to the shower. You wheel this in with you, and then it can get wet because it's that nice acrylic.
Right, absolutely. But you know what I was also thinking when you mentioned dorm room? What about a workstation? So you kind of make a makeshift desk. You
Yep.
put all of your books or your laptop or your iPad or whatever you need on there, your charging cables, all of your extra, pencils, pens, all the things that we need.
Yep.
And you could even use that at home because a lot of us don't have a separate office. We have to kind of create a space. So if you're expecting guests and you want to tuck things away, go ahead and use this as your cart to kind of take everything, store it on there, and then take it to a closet, wheel it in, and then when the guests leave, you can wheel it back out, take out whatever you need, take it back to the table or wherever you do your work for the day. And this is just a great way to kind of tuck it all away.
So smart. V57882 is your item number. A lot of you picking up more than one. It's a $11 easy pay, which is a charge on a credit card. We send it off to you. All right, we have one more item together and coming up right now, but coming up a little